Okay, today's Sunday the 8th. I'm going to be doing a draw on liquidity for tomorrow and also talk about implementations that I need to follow this week and what I've learned from the week just gone. Starting off with the draw, actually. Yeah, I think I move my mic here. Alright, so yeah, we were seeing a bit of a sell-off these last few weeks. And notice how we've just ran through this bullish daily fair value gap. But now, on this daily time frame, there's nothing else I really would say is significant enough for us to then bounce back up to these highs. I personally think the draw is this sell side level here. But it's interesting aligning certain time frames. So obviously the 4 hour, we've got some of these are bounces down here. But because we've already run through this daily, I do believe that this sell side will just be the low. And I think it's important to keep in mind that the higher the time frame, the more validation you're going to get. So I care more about what the daily's doing overall than I do individual 4 hour, if that makes any sense. But it's important to use the other time frames, but it's just important to not get lost in it all, basically. So we have this nice sell side level down here, to be fair. And running through this daily, I haven't technically created that yet, so I'll just zoom into the 1 hour. Tomorrow at 8, there's market open. We have this nice hourly fair value gap here. So I still can think the draw will be these lows on a bigger time frame. On a smaller time frame though, we could come up and maybe see this hourly, or maybe come all the way up and maybe see maybe this buy side level as well. So a few areas I'm watching. 15-minute here, we've got these kind of relative equal highs as well. And yeah, that's all I'm really looking at. There's nothing I'm not gonna pay attention really to this 4 hour. If anything, I'm gonna expect this to cause a bounce up to here, but I'm gonna be looking for shorts as that's the overall draw. So I won't be looking for longs unless it's like a clear buy model. See if ES is the same here. So ES a little bit different as we haven't yet run through this daily. We're still technically holding it, meaning that the draw is technically still bullish. Well, not bullish, but it's not confirmed yet, or it's not. I'm not sure, basically. Do we have any? Again, just selling off. Here are some buy side levels I do like though. Zooming even more. Let's set up for tomorrow. 8. I also want to look at news actually. Look at news real quick. Okay, it's a fucking no news Monday, so automatically tomorrow I'm going to be use max 1 con on everything. No news Monday. Okay, so just as a rule of mine, on No News Monday, even though last No News Monday I actually had really good trades, I don't want to, it wasn't generalizable, so I'm going to stay with 1 contract. Again, we have this hourly fair value gap here, which we could maybe retrace back to. Obviously, I'm paying attention to see if this daily respects, or if it, or if we run through it. 15-minute, we've also got these equal highs. And we do have an interesting level up here as well. Was that one? Yeah, okay. I'll put it in because why not? I guess it's nestled into the hourly anyway. So yeah, draws lower. Got my levels I like. This hourly, this buy side, these equal highs. Obviously in the daily, which is something to note. But we ran through it on NQ, so we'll see which one is that plays the narrative. Are we going to respect this and head lower, or are we going to continue to disrespect this and go lower, or are we going to respect this and maybe bounce and maybe sweep some highs? Either way, tomorrow's Monday and there's no news, so I'm going to be using small size. Okay, so that's my drawdown. Now let's talk about some of the rules I'm going to implement. So one of them is, if I have a draw and I see a fair value gap which I like, I can put my first entry in the fair value gap. So if we come back to it, I'll then put my short maybe here and then my stop at the high. I'm now no longer going to do this. I'm going to wait for the reaction of the fair value gap. I need to see confirmation that once we go lower that the draw is still, say, this low here, without trying to predict it, because I did too many, I guess, predictions and I just got ran through. I can't be asked to just, because I've only got 2 losses before I step away, so I don't want to waste my chances on trades which is literally just for risk, and it's not for conviction. So yeah, I'll be a bit more picky this week, because the too many times I basically nearly broke my rules because I was over trading, purely because I would take losses on shit like that, which is just, it's not professional. So yeah, that's what I'm implementing. I think that was everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, I might be upping my size. So, well, besides tomorrow, because there's no news, my maximum size, I'm going to go from 4 cons to 5. And minimum size, I'm going to go from 1 to 2. And the reason for that really is because even in my minimum size, I want to be able to scale out. Because if I've got a reason for a trade, I'm obviously going to target the internal low-hanging fruit, but also the external. So I need to have at least 2 contracts. So minimum is going to go from 1 to 2 contracts, and maximum 4 to 5, besides obviously tomorrow. So should be seeing some, well, it's bigger numbers, I guess. I'm using more size, so yeah, it's a step that needed to be done. And as I'm scaling, I need to get used to adjusting position size. I don't want to be attached to just one size. And yeah, I think that's everything. Draw liquidity, implementations. Hard. Okay, so yeah, next week should be good. I'll continue to journal everything and upload it onto YouTube, obviously. Yeah, hard.